Right now, you are floating alone in space, and ahead of you waits the darkest object in the entire universe. A black hole, not a hole you fall through, but a region where gravity has crushed everything and completely won. This one is a giant, millions of times heavier than our sun, so heavy that it has bent the space around it into a pit with no bottom. And you are about to fall in, so let's live it together, moment by moment, all the way down to the last second. From this distance, it looks like a perfect circle of pure black, wrapped in a ring of blinding, golden light. That ring is not fire, it is gas, the shredded remains of stars and clouds, spiraling inward at almost the speed of light. Friction heats it to millions of degrees, until it glows brighter than anything else for thousands of light years. And then you notice something that should be impossible. You can see the far side of that ring, arching both over and under the darkness. The black hole is bending light itself, lifting the hidden back of the disk into view, like a halo around a shadow. Look at the stars near the edge. They are smeared into thin, curved arcs, sliding around the blackness as you move. This is gravity so intense that it warps the very shape of space and bends the path of every ray of light that passes by. Nothing here is where it seems to be. The whole sky is being stirred, like a reflection on the surface of dark water. Now you begin to fall, slowly, then faster, and faster still. But strangely, you feel nothing. In free fall, there is no wind, no pressure, no sense of speed, only a weightless, silent calm, even as the black hole pulls you to an enormous fraction of the speed of light. The dark sphere swells in front of you until it swallows the sky below, and the ring of light tightens into a thin, brilliant crown. Now look back. At the universe behind you, it is shrinking. All the light of every distant star is bending forward, crowding together into a single bright circle above your head. The colors shift toward blue and grow more intense, as if the cosmos itself were being poured into a narrowing window. Slowly, the entire universe is closing, like a great eye, into a point of light overhead. Now imagine a friend, watching you safely from far away. They will never actually see you fall in. To them, your falling clock seems to run slower, and slower, and slower. Your image stretches, dims, and turns deep red until it freezes at the very edge and simply hangs there. For the rest of time, the outside universe will see you frozen, fading, almost immortal, but for you, you are still falling, faster than ever. And then you reach it, the event horizon, the true border of the black hole, the point of no return. There is no wall here, no surface, no barrier, no flash of light. In a giant like this, you cross the line without feeling a single thing. And yet, in that instant, everything has changed forever. Behind you, light itself can no longer escape. You could never send back a word, a signal, not even a single ray of light. Every star, every planet, every person you have ever known is now forever beyond your reach. Then comes the strangest truth of all. The center is no longer a place ahead of you in space. Falling toward it has become your future itself, as fixed and unavoidable as tomorrow. No rocket, no engine, no force that could ever exist can turn you around now. Down is the only direction left in time. And inside, time is short. For a black hole this size, only seconds remain. Above you, that shrinking window of starlight is now your last view of everything that will ever exist. And now, at last, you begin to feel it. Gravity is pulling on your feet harder than on your head, because they are slightly closer to the center. At first it is gentle, a faint, growing stretch, as if the universe were pulling you in two directions at once. Then it grows stronger and stronger. Your body is drawn out long and thin, while it is crushed inward from the sides. Scientists have a name for this. They call it spaghettification. In your final fraction of a second, the force becomes truly unimaginable. You are stretched into a thin thread of atoms, and then into a falling stream of pure particles. And at the very center waits the singularity, a point of zero size and infinite density, where gravity becomes endless, and every law of physics we have ever written simply stops working. We do not know what lies there. No theory, no equation, no experiment can follow you past this final point. It is not a place you crash into. It is the moment your future finally runs out. From the outside, none of this was ever seen. You simply faded at the edge, glowed red, and were gone. And yet the universe is filled with these silent giants. Millions hide within our galaxy alone, with a true monster at its very heart. They are the edge of everything we understand, the place where our physics ends, and where the next great discovery is waiting to begin.